there it goes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The clock is ticking, the camera is rolling, and I just want to share with you all that I'm crying because this is really hard. I am on day 65 of absolutely no sugar, and I'm having a day where I'm thinking about it over and over. And what I'm thinking is I just want to escape. I just want to check out. I just want to numb. I want to cope. That's the word. I want to cope with life using what I trained my brain to use. But alas, instead, I'm expressing, not ingesting. October. I am right in the middle of texting my dear friend Karen, who is doing this with me. And excuse me while I wipe my nose. Tearing up. It's so good. It's so good to articulate it, because what I'm wanting is to get Greg. I can hear him in the other room. He's on the phone, busy selling cattle, which is wonderful because it takes money to fill our gas tanks, and it takes money to raise 5 kids, and it takes money to make payments. We're so blessed that he has work. But he's had lots of work lately, and I've had lots of kids lately. In fact, extra kids beyond my own, which has me in like full-on work mode, because I aim to help kids with all sorts of stuff, and that takes staying present and in the moment, and my brain on, you know, there's sometimes you can get the kids going on something and get 1,000 other things done, and sometimes interacting with the kids is what needs to be done. And that's what I've been doing lots of lately, again with kids beyond just my own. But I started to text Karen, Karen, what a godsend you are, what a blessing you are, to have someone to reach out to. And I told her I just want to go get him, and the two of us go do what we've done for decades, which is sit across from each other in a Mexican restaurant and eat until we're stuffed, and then stop and get Dairy Queen on our way home. And I went to Dairy Queen today with a bunch of kids. They got Captain D's and pizza and movie theater popcorn and ices all day yesterday. No wonder I'm struggling. I've been hanging out with the drug I'm addicted to. Over and over and over, I've been seeing it and resisting it. But today at Dairy Queen, I saw the pictures of the Dairy Queen cake, and I sort of jokingly texted Karen and said, and I think I told Greg, I said, I think I'd be willing to throw away my 65-day streak if someone put one of those cakes right in front of me. If I had a fork and one of those cakes, that it's so hot outside, one of those cold, creamy, sweet, and then crispy, crunchy cakes that has the cookie center. It's sort of all the things, isn't it? It's all of it wrapped up in one. Even the over the top sweet icing on top. This is a sugar addict speaking. Yes, I'm listing all these things as if I just am enamored by them. And my addicted brain is, I think if one of those were in front of me, I might say, you know what? We can start back over tomorrow. This has been a really good 65 days. I have felt really, really good, but I think I'm going to take the night off and start tomorrow and just absolutely poison myself tonight. I said it recently. I can't recall the scripture right now of Paul saying, I don't do what I want to do, and I do what I hate. This is a battle. And I'm sharing with you that sometimes it's very, very difficult. Other times it's it's more than easy. Other times it makes my life easy. Other times all of this really simplifies things. But this, no restaurants, and this, no carbohydrates, and this, no chicken, no cheese, no sour cream, no heavy whipping cream, no pork rinds, no fish, no nothing for a while. And I'm grateful for it. And I believe I am in the process of retraining my brain to get unhooked from some things I don't want to be hooked on. And every once in a while, I'm aware of just how hooked I am and how many times those neural pathways have been laid. How many times Greg and I have coped with the stress of life, the burden of our blessings, sitting across from each other in a booth. It's 5:24. I will not consume sugar or flour between now and 6 o'clock. And then at 6 o'clock, I will not consume sugar or flour from 6 until 7, and then 7 until 8, and 8 until 9. And I will make it right through this night, just like I have all those other nights, by the grace of God. Like Karen said, I won't let my guard down. I would not expect an alcoholic to do well hanging out in a bar. I'll stay out of the parking lots of these restaurants as much as possible. They were sanity saving for me, with all these kids needing to feed them. Franklin had a friend over. Everybody's hungry. We've got to meet different people at different places. So to zip in and out of these fast food restaurants, I thought that was stress relieving, but in some ways, it is like exposure therapy. And I've been exposed to what I'm addicted to: sugar, flour, binging, restaurants. This has been exposure therapy, and it's been good. I am building muscles, and I'm reaching out. So if you will, please say a little prayer for me. I'm happy to share my carnivore journey, and it includes moments like this where I won't say I'll say my body. My body wants to do what it did for years and years and years, and turn to sugar, flour, restaurants, and binging to cope. But like I said, in this next hour, I will balance my checkbook. I always feel like my life is in order as long as my money is in order. And then everything else kind of goes from there. I'll balance my checkbook. I will get together 3 little gift bags for parking lot church. One of the little boys that we have just come to know and love is celebrating a birthday. So is one of the pastors. So we just went to the Dollar Tree and bought loads and loads of fun things. His favorite color is blue, so we all picked him out 3 or 4 blue things in a big blue bag, a little outfit, a little shorts and a tank top. Anyways, I'll get those gifts together. I'll drink lots of water. I'll go outside and get fresh air and sunshine, see how the kids are doing with their water balloons and their water squirters. And I will be grateful to get through this. I'm not going to go around it. I'm going to go right through it. Life is a process. So let's process it together. Let's travel together. And some people say, hey, 3 days and I never thought about sugar again. Hey, 21 days and I never thought about sugar again. That is today not my experience. I'm on day 65 and I have been thinking about a Dairy Queen cake and a fork and the couch and the TV. And I think the enemy would have me think of that as bliss. when really it is a pathway to destruction and disappointment and just not feeling great. I'll share with you the text message that I'm sending to Karen. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to keep going and keep working. And you know what? The exhaustion I'm feeling right now makes sense. I think it's good to analyze our cravings. I'm probably craving Mexican restaurants, Dairy Queen, my couch, my TV, a blanket. That used to be my safe place emotionally. I'm probably craving all of that because I have been involved in lots of absolutely awesome ministry, just opportunities God has given me to make a real difference in just a handful of people's lives. No wonder I'm wanting a little time off. And you know what? I'm good. I am back to only little Myers in my backyard. And I'm going to consider myself off work. I don't need to escape this wonderful life. I love you dearly. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. Thank you for understanding. And I'm just glad. You know what? I thought I'm going to press record while I'm crying because this happens so rarely now, but I want you to know it happens. It reminds me of when I first got off sugar and flour, even though I was still eating lots of carbohydrates, but I just realized I was no longer turning to fast food and movie theater popcorn and ice cream here and blizzards there and chocolate here and donuts. And there's a grieving process. And I think I'm still making my way through it. Hey, Clarabelle, what's up? Oh, she's shaking her head. No, this must be serious. I am off work, but still momming. I love you dearly. I better go. We'll talk again soon. Bye. My text to Karen. I'm struggling. I've been covered up in kids for the past several days. I think I'm just bored and wanting to escape. I'm wanting to get Greg, go binge at a Mexican restaurant, get a Dairy Queen cake on our way home, and eat it in front of the TV until I pass out. This is bringing me to tears typing this out. I'm obviously wanting time off work. I'm wanting to connect with Greg in ways we used to, sitting across from each other in restaurants. Don't get me wrong, he and I are absolutely closer than ever. Come to think of it, I bet I'm on the verge of making real change and the enemy is after me. Greg and I are closer than ever. I'm involved in more ministry than I've ever been involved in before. Of course, Satan would love for me to self-sabotage and derail. Ugh. This is hard. I'd like to think that after 3 days or 21 days or 65 days, I'd never care about sugar again, but that's not reality. I am addicted, and my flesh is wanting to turn to what I'm addicted to. Yay! I just recorded CarniVLOG number 15. I shared this struggle. Thank you, Karen. Let's keep going.